Hello, people with mounts that are rare. From Endwalker only. New ones. From 6.0, so this is just 6.0 only. And I want to rank through these. So here I see, this is the one from the first Extreme Trial. I haven't made my mind up about this one yet. I decided that I wanted to see it in the game to decide how I feel about it. Like, I have the level checker already. What do y'all think about this mount? You think the head on it is too small? I agree. The head seems real small. I'm a little bothered by the head. But this mount is jacked, okay. So this kind of goes for both. Like, they're both extremely similar, aren't they? I'm remembering with the dragon mounts from Shadowbringers, the various Extreme Trial mounts seem to have a little bit more differentiation in the different models. This is straight up a recolor, only for this one there's like crystals going around the tail. Looking at it from here, I think it's really beautiful. Only the head is kind of throwing me off. Every day is leg day. And arms day. And neck day. But you can't have a head day, I'm afraid. Yeah, with the dragons from Shadowbringers from the Extreme Trials, they had like different helmets and stuff on. They were kind of, they're still similar, but like these are really just recolors with different effects, particle effects. I like them a lot. It looks nice from afar, but once you get closer, you see all the weirdness. That's exactly right. That is how I feel about it. Yeah, thanks for flying around. Like, from afar, this looks super cool. How should I rate these then? I kind of want to... I'm kind of feeling... They're both so similar. I think that whatever they are, they need to be on the same tier. They're not S tier. But they're not that bad. I kind of want to say just B. Kind of want to say B tier. Yeah, I think that's fair. Next up, we have a mount that I actually do have. Level checker. I get it. That's our level checker here. That is from the Chi Fate in Ultima Thule. I think this fate has a 48-hour cooldown. It's a pretty rare fate, but actually I think it's gonna be up in like 2 minutes. So you should be able to go get it in about 2 minutes if you want this mount. Yeah, it's gonna be up in 2 minutes, so it shouldn't be hard for you to get the 12 chi bolts. Every time you do the fate, you get 6 bolts, and you need 12 for the mount. I mean, this is just like that scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where the kid gets stuck in the Wonka vision. It's actually just this scene where, let me mute it. He gets trapped in there. That's what I see every time I'm in this mount. And I mean, this scared me so much when I was a little kid. Damn, you know what I just noticed? His tech studio area, like this looks a lot like an Apple store. Like, doesn't this look a lot like an Apple store here? Yeah. He's way ahead of his time. Good thing we're not getting stuck in our Apple screens. Yeah, it's totally different. So, look, this is easy S rank. Like, it's so unique. It's so cool. It's really creepy as well. So I think that's all the reason it needs more S. It deserves the S. I really appreciate how chill my character is in it. It's like, you can tell how much bullshit the Warrior of Light has put up with. That she gets stuck inside this screen And instead of trying to get out, she's just like, all right. Cool. Fine. All right. Like whatever you go, you just push the screen a little bit. Just roll with it. That is the right attitude to have. That's really inspiring. That's so inspiring, actually. There it is. Okay, so the other one, Arion. Now this one's new, of course. This is for the collector's edition for Endwalker. So it's not, obviously it's not hard to get. You just need to whip out the credit card for this one. And originally I didn't like it because it has too many legs and it's kind of creepy. To me it looks more like a bug. I don't know if you can see it well. It's like a bug, and it's creeping me out a bit. But you know what? I actually did a little bit of research on this mount. Like, why is it called the Arion? What does that mean? Legends speak of a majestic and unwaveringly loyal horse who would never fail to deliver its master from peril. How true that is. So this is actually from Greek mythology. So, according to the Greek mythology, now there's a lot of different stories for how Arion came about. We're gonna have a little story time here. So long ago, there was the first king of Athens, and the first king of Athens was actually reptilian, by the way. Like, he was part snake and part human. And he called on Athena and Poseidon because one of them was supposed to be the patron god of the city, but they both really liked the city that was Athens. So it was going to be Athens. So they were going to have a contest over who's going to get to be the patron god for that city. And so for the contest, it was basically like, who has the best creation magic? Like, who's going to have the best concept for their creation magic? And Poseidon kind of didn't understand the assignment, and so he just took his trident and like smashed the ground with his dragoon trident spear weapon, and a bunch of water came out, and he's like, bam, y'all got water, that's my gift to you. But unfortunately, like, the villagers went to go check it out, and it's like nasty ass salty water with like fish pee in it. And it was really nasty. And they're like, oh my God, this isn't fresh water. This is disgusting. This is salt water. We can't drink this. And Athena's like, step aside, Poseidon. And Athena comes out and she creates the first olive to give these people. She creates an olive. That's her concept with her creation magic. She dead ass just hands out jars of olives for everybody to snack on, like garlic stuffed olives, and it was absolutely fantastic. So obviously she won. No contest. Nobody gives a crap about Poseidon's little spring of seawater or whatever. But that Poseidon's sad, and he's like, but wait. I can make you a horse. And he snaps his fingers. He does the Emmett Celt snap. And he creates the first horse, the best and first horse, the king of horses, and that horse was named Arion. And so, but unfortunately, the villagers could not really hear him over the sound of their own chewing of the olives, so they just did not give a shit at all. And so later on, as time went on, Arion ended up in the possession of a king, the king of a little city-state called Argos, which is funny because that's another Endwalker Mount we're going to talk about in a second. Is this a tier list video? Like video that's going to end up on the channel, or is this actually like a lore video? But anyways, Adrastus was the king of Argos, who ended up with this mount, Arion, the king of horses. And what Arion did, what Adrastus did with his horse was, well, he was like BFFs with this horse. He really loved this horse, so he sent the horse away while he went off on this raid, on this really hard mode raid. He went in with 7 other people to this raid. It was an 8-man raid. It's actually called the 7 Against Thebes raid. The 7 Against Thebes raid. So it was 7 plus him. And it was kind of a trap party. Like, they wiped, and only he got out. But the only reason that he got out was because his mount ran after him and like picked him up, and his epic mount caused like an unskippable cutscene so that the Thebians couldn't fight back while he was getting away at like 310% speed. So that's why the mount is really good, and that's why it says that Arion would never fail to deliver its master from peril, because that's how he was able to get out of the trap party. It was because of his really fast mount. So I thought that was really cool lore, and that's helpful. Like, that's a situation I find myself in all the time. So for that reason, I really like this mount. I really like this mount for that reason. Yeah. So, however, it does look like a bug. So like it's cool because of the lore, like, right? But then it looks kind of like a bug, and it's creepy. And then, but you only need to buy it with money to get it. So it's a B. That's how it ends up at B. Okay. That's my logic. Obviously the next mount. I don't know anybody that doesn't love this mount. The Argos. Where is it? Is this not one of my favorites? Oh. Okay, so Argos. Now, we mentioned Argos a minute ago because Arion, the horse, came into the possession of the guy who was the king of Argos. So that's kind of an interesting, like, little correlation between these two mount names, at least. And a little interesting fact about Argos. So Argos is actually still inhabited today. Argos is, I think, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the whole world. People are still hanging out there. Yeah. So anyway, about Argos and its relation to our mount here in the game. So Argos was a ancient Greek city-state that worshipped Apollo Lykios, the wolf god version of Apollo. Like obviously Apollo was the wolf god, but like they really emphasized that part of Apollo, him being the wolf god. And this was their currency that they had there in Argos. It has a wolf on it, has a puppy on it. They had the divine puppy on their coins. So I thought that was really interesting. Because in our game, it's a wolf, well, a dog, divine dog as well. So I thought that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I love this mount. He is super cute and really unique. You know what? I think it's S tier. I really love this. I really love this mount. It's one of my favorites. And you get to sit side saddle on it as a female character, which is even better because it doesn't look as stupid when you're in a dress or a robe or something like that. So I'm really happy with this mount. Okay, so for the next one, I don't know if anybody here is going to have it. The next one is the Wyver that I talked about in my video that I posted yesterday. I have a picture of it because I didn't think anybody would have it. Yeah, so as I said in my video, in case you didn't watch the video, just to like let you know how difficult this is to get. So this costs 500 bicolor gemstones, and you get bicolor gemstones by completing fates. One fate will get you about 14 bicolor gemstones, and this mount costs 500 bicolor gemstone vouchers. So it's, okay, so it's 50,000 bicolor gemstones for this mount is what I'm trying to say. It is a buttload of bicolor gemstones. If you wanted to buy the vouchers of gemstones for this mount, it costs like 50 million gil right now on my server. I stand by my theory that it looks like a Kodo. It absolutely looks like a Kodo to me from WoW, Taran Kodo. And I started to wonder, like, is this a convergent evolution? Are they possibly related in some ways? And it turns out that the term Wyver has roots in the Latin word for a viper, which is vipera. I think that's how it's pronounced. And this term Wyver refers to any of various different types of snake, like any different kinds of snake, because it's related to the word for viper. So you could say that the Wyver is probably reptilian in nature. And if you know anything about kodos, you know that kodos are massive reptiles that have like, you can't really see the scales on them, but they are reptiles with like really faint scales and like thick leathery hides. They probably have hair. Definitely no fur. They might have a little have a little hair on it. It's an FF11 mount. Well, are you sure it's not also a Kodo? It's the FF11 mount Kodo. Here it is. The Wyver mount. This is it. It's probably pronounced Wyver, right? I'm gonna say Wyver. That's the mount. That it was, I didn't think I'd find anybody that has it. Now we can get a really good look at it. So, did you farm for this mount? Or did you buy it? Let's get a closer look at all this stuff. So, you have a compass, you have like all of your important documents that you need, some lanterns. Nice. A nice little pillow for yourself. A sleeping bag. I love it. Actually, look, I think this mount is super cool. But he also seems a little bit low res, right? Like, am I wrong about that? That's my only complaint. Like, this texture is like, could be better. That's something that I hope we hear about in the 10-year look ahead live letter that we're getting next. Will we get a graphical update soon? Yeah, that's the thing that makes it stand out, is that all this stuff that's on top looks a lot better than the skin. I think I'm gonna rank this one an A, because it's extremely, well, you can buy it, but you can buy it with gill. Okay, it's either a time sink or a gill sink, and I really like all the packs and stuff that are on it. Yeah, yes, a time sink is fair, and a gill sink is fair. I don't mind that, as long as it doesn't make you break out the credit card. Next one is the Victor. Does anyone here have this one? Now, I don't know when I will see somebody with this one. This is the other dog mount. Let's see if I can find a picture of it for you. So this one is from killing 2,000 A rank elite marks and 1,000 S rank elite marks in Endwalker regions. So this is the best picture I could find of this mount, because I have not seen it in game, and I doubt I will see it in game anytime soon, unless like I find some really hardcore hunt person. So it's one of these like Garlean pug mounts. I think we've seen before in dungeons where you have to fight Garleans. They usually have these. I kind of on the fence about it, actually. It is extremely rare, so it has a lot of status. It is very difficult to get. His name is Victor, which is cute because it's like, to the victor go the spoils, and it's a puppy, so he deserves to be spoiled. So that makes sense. I like that logic there. You need to give the spoils to the puppy because he's sweet puppo. But I don't like how he's so angry. They're making him be angry, right? So for this one, what do you think? A lot of status. but it doesn't really suit my personal taste. I think I'll put it at B. I think I'm gonna put him at B, just because I wouldn't really see myself using it a lot. Last one is the Calidantis. Knows anybody have this one? There's the boar mount that we talked about a minute ago. The Calidantis mount. There he is. Hey. Thanks for showing up with it. It's for people that are curious about that. Calidantis is from the one Chloe gold certificate. So this one is just from getting extremely lucky. For this, like I said, you need 3 lines in Wondrous Tales to get a gold certificate that would let you buy this mount. But easier said than done, because I think there's only 24 possible patterns that could result in you getting 3 lines. Like if you open Wondrous Tales, there's only 3 different, I mean, there's only 24 different ways that you can get 3 lines here that would get you the Chloe's gold certificate that you need to buy this. So I think that leaves the odds at like 1 out of 500 or 0.2% chance of you getting what you need to purchase this mount. The thing that I can't unsee with this mount is that I feel like he has this kind of weird flat head, and it almost makes him look like he has one of these flat military haircuts. Like, to me, he looks kind of like he has one of these going on, right? Like, this is what I'm seeing every time. Every time he looks just like this to me. So I mean, he's kind of cute. He's a little fun top. Yeah. So, but actually, there's even more Greek mythology to be found here, because the name of this mount is the Calidantis, and Calydon was the name of an ancient town in Greece where the king did not make a sacrifice to Artemis like he was supposed to. And this pissed off Artemis to the point that she sent like 3 to 4 feral hogs to attack the city. Okay, actually, no. It was just one really feral hog. Like, this one feral hog was feral enough to count for like 3 to 5 feral hogs. Okay, and so the prince of the town of Calydon went out and hunted the boar and killed it. For this, I kind of feel like he's B. Like, pretty good. Is it amazing? I mean, not really, because it kind of just is alright. It is B, maybe like a B plus. He's really like here, like in between A and B. So there's actually one more that I didn't include because I forgot about it, and that is the Phoenix. I'm sure there's somebody with a Phoenix mount that can come over here and show it to me though, like without a doubt. Here it is. Hey, nice, thank you. Oh my god. Hey, here's our Phoenix. Yeah, nice. Okay, so here is our Phoenix. So you can see it in all of its glory. Wow. This is one of the best looking mounts I think that they've ever introduced. It has 3 heads, which kind of makes you wonder. I was like trying to check, like, is this a situation where each head has a different personality? Because usually it's like, oh, there's the cunning head, and there's the like the funny chill head, and then there's like an idiot head, right? It's usually how that works out. It's like the good guy, kind of bad, meaner guy, and the like idiot. Like that's the lore that I would have. Or my all heads set to angry. Yeah, I think so. It is so cool, and it just sort of lets you assert dominance over this terrible bird. So like after you have done all the suffering that you needed to suffer to clear the fight, then you can assert dominance over this horrible bird and ride around with it. And I think that would definitely make me feel a lot better about the whole situation, because right now, I don't even want to think about P3S. Like, I don't. It's definitely an S tier. I mean, obviously it looks amazing because they just were like, we'll use the raid boss. We're going to start using one of the raid bosses for a mount going forward, so we don't have to make a whole new mount. We can just reuse the model from the raid boss. So I think they're starting to consider that whenever they create the raids. All right. There we go. So now I can put the Phoenix at S tier. So that's my complete tier list. I didn't put anything at C or D because I think all these mounts are decently good. There's no mount that I actually hate. If I was going to drop anything down, maybe it would just be this one, only because it's like you can buy it with real money by getting the collector's edition. But it's a cool mount. So I kept it at B, but maybe it deserves to be a C. I'm really indecisive about this kind of thing. Okay, maybe I should drop it to C just so it looks more balanced. But it had a really cool lore backstory to it. Do I have a Shadowbringers tier list? Actually, no, I don't think we ever did that for Shadowbringers. But of all these mounts, the one that I want the most is definitely Phoenix. I already have the other two S tier mounts. This one I'm kind of working on slowly. But Phoenix, this is the coolest and best mount. Like, actually, I think if there was a tier above S, this would go there because it looks amazing. And you can flex on people harder than with any... I was about to say harder than any other mount, but then I'm like, this one is quite a flex, the pug. Because it's very difficult to get from doing hunts. But yeah, overall. Do you disagree? You disagree on any of my assessments here?